Do you want to achieve more? Do you want to be happier? Do you want to have more things in your life? Here's the thing, stop suffering. Now, what on earth does that mean? Right. So let's clear up right to begin with. Let's start at the start of this. I understand, been there, talk about it. We all suffer pain. We all suffer sadness. We all suffer loss. We may lose a parent or a dear loved one. We may lose them, and it's horrendous pain. We may end a relationship, or somebody may end a relationship with you. It's painful. You may lose a job. You may lose an opportunity. You may lose a lot of money. Lots of things may go wrong. I accept that. We accept that. But there's a key difference. Those who come out the other side, those who then go on, those who then don't use that pain to then become part of their identity in the future, do one thing. They stop suffering. Suffering is a choice. Now, I accept, again, I'm going to repeat myself, I accept there are times when life feels incredibly painful. I have been there, self-inflicted, but I've lost my parents, incredibly painful. I lost both my parents very, very close together. I've been through relationship breakups. It's very, very painful, especially when you're not the one creating the pain, creating the breakup. But I also understand people may create a breakup in a relationship because they know it's the right thing, but then go through a load of pain afterwards. And it's not the physical pain. The point I'm making is it's not the physical pain that is the problem. The problem is you and suffering. People use suffering as a mechanism, as a cloak, as something to get them through the day, because they then become victims. And again, I hear people saying, you've no idea what it's like. You've not been through. Now, I've lost loved ones. I've lost relationships. I had everything in the perceived world, in the modern society we live in. I had everything. I had money. I had status. I had the ability to do pretty much what I wanted every day. I lost it all. And it was painful. It was painful beyond belief for me. I was an alcoholic, and then I lost it all, but I had to come out the other side. When you're an alcoholic and you don't drink anymore, guess what? It's painful. And you suffer because you can't hide behind alcohol anymore. That is why I am so passionate about what I do. As a coach, people say, how can you coach? You've got it all wrong. Trust me, the one coach you should always look for is somebody who's messed up, somebody who's had it and lost it and rebuilt it. They're the best coaches. Tell you why, because they know how to make it. They know what happens if you lose it, and they know how to recover. And it sounds really, really simple, but it's true. I've not learned any of this in a textbook. I have had pain, and I have gone through the rabbit hole, the black hole, the desperate hole of suffering. But then one day I realized, through the work I was doing and through having to come back from the mental challenges I got to, where I was a moment away from ending it all. Now, I had a choice right then. I could carry this pain, suffering, or I could say no more. No more suffering. And the moment I decided I refused to suffer anymore, the pain started to go away. Did it go away like that? Of course not. But what I did, I started to rebuild, and this is what I work with people on. Wherever you are, you may be right in the eye of the storm of pain right now, and I can't take that away. I am sorry. I can be here, and I can give these videos, and I can coach people, and I can be there, and hopefully there are people around you showing you compassion and love right now. But that pain does not have to come with you forever. That suffering does not have to come with you forever. I'm not going to name a name here, but I'm privileged to know an individual who had the horrendous pain of losing her child, and she still is in pain. She still has that pain. But now, instead of just suffering and sitting and moaning and challenging and blaming the world, she's taken that suffering and she's ignited it, and she's on a campaign to change a certain part of society, a certain part of social media, because that she refuses to just be in pain and to suffer. That pain will always be with her, but she won't suffer. She will challenge it. So she's taken that pain and turned that energy into something else. And it's amazing to watch what she does. Um, so I didn't suffer that type of pain, but I had a lot of pain where it was all self-inflicted, and I could have carried that. And there are a lot of people who come through alcoholism who call themselves recovering alcoholics. Now, I know this is controversial. I refuse to call myself a recovering alcoholic, because by calling myself a recovering alcoholic, it's like I'm carrying the pain with me. It's like I want to I want to keep suffering to make everybody know. Remember, I'm suffering. I'm recovering as an alcoholic. I'm not recovering. I'm recovered. I don't drink anymore. I'm not drunk for over 6 years. I don't want to drink. I remember some super days of drinking, but I know the damage it did to me. So I refuse to recover. I'm recovered. I'm a new person. My body's reinvented it. The genes in my body aren't what they were 6 years ago. It's different. So I'm different. My mind's different. The way I act is different. Everything about me is different. So therefore, what am I recovering from? I'm recovering from something that doesn't really exist in me anymore. I'm recovered. Same with work and business. I could have sat and I did for a while, sat and moaned and groaned about everyone else's fault. It was yeah, lots of people were part of the process, but it was my fault. I let it happen. But I refuse now to take the suffering with me, and that is why I'm so passionate about what I'm doing. So my point is, yes, I accept pain. And you will be able to tell me about all the pain you're in, and I get it, and I will listen. But what I am saying, don't suffer. You take the pain for a while, but then take that suffering and refuse to suffer anymore. Refuse to let it determine who you are. Refuse to let the past hold you down. Refuse to be that person, because you've got life ahead of you. There could be loads of bad things happen, but what about the glorious days ahead? What about the new things that are coming? What about the glorious opportunities? What about the wonderful gift of life you still have to go and make a change? That may be a change in you. Maybe you can inspire other people who might see your pain, but then they look at how you've engaged and you refuse to suffer anymore, how you've gone on. And people who have lost a job, lost a business, but there are some people in that world who are truly inspirational because they refused to suffer. They refused to take it with them. They went on. They got on. How do you do that? You do it through discipline, and you do it through a journey, and that journey, unfortunately, isn't manifesting on a sofa. I keep saying that, but it's true, and I will do a video very soon just on manifestation. But what they did, they had pain, and they said, no, I'm now not going to carry this anymore. I'm going to manifest. I'm going to visualize a new future. I'm going to rip open my heart and really desperately find a new me, new reason to go forward. I'm going to find that 1%, the tiny percent in belief that the future looks amazing, and I'm going to grasp it, and I'm going to grow that belief inside me. I'm going to grow that passion inside me. And you can do that by sitting down and saying, no more. One of the key things to success and happiness and growth and development for anybody who's had a challenge is to first of all go, no more suffering. Make that your mission. No more pain, no more suffering. And then every time you want to feel sorry for yourself, been there, be a victim, been there, just say, no, that's no longer me. I refuse to acknowledge that's me anymore, because that was me. I accept it. I've moved on. I'm not going to carry that suffering like a weight on my back, like a weight in my heart. I'm going to release myself of that. I'm going to ignite. I'm going to write down what I really want. I'm going to write down passion. I'm going to write down all the amazing things in my life and get on with it and live my life and love my life and get on with it. So don't carry pain. Don't suffer for the sake of suffering. Go and engage, go and live life, go and take time, go and be disciplined, accept there is pain, go and be disciplined, write down amazing things, start a gratitude journal, end of every day, write down 1, 2, 3, 5 things that made you truly happy, 5 things that made you truly happy about that day. It could be simple, it could be the sunshine, it could be somebody smiled at you, one of your child's made you laugh, you maybe got a pat on the back at work, you maybe got a pay rise, there's a parking space in the supermarket that there isn't usually in. All those things. So it's about removing suffering, embracing happiness, embracing the future, embracing what is possible, and going for it. It's what I do every day. It's what I have to do every day, because there's sometimes it just feels a little bit harder to go and do what I need to do, but I'll remind myself, no suffering, no pain, no victim clip, go and do it. And the moment you start doing it, you feel your heart, you feel your subconscious brain, you feel that energy inside you start to build. And before you know it, you're rocking again and you're going and you're passionate. So, yes, there is pain, but don't carry suffering just to be a victim. I get it, but there is a way through it.